How's it? And welcome back to another episode of Ride Bikes Be Happy, brought to you again from my car. My name's Kona Davies, and today we're going to talk about the Kona Remote 160 again. But first, roll that intro. So this is a bit of a strange one. It's like almost like a drug deal. I guess bikes are kind of like my drug, so that's what it comes down to. I've been driving since 5:30 this morning. It's now nearly 10:30, so I've been on the road for a good 5 hours. Got another about a half an hour left. I told the guy I'd meet him at 11. My Navi says I'll be there at 11:04, so I'm going to be a little bit late. Hallo, grüß dich.
Alles gut?
Und bei dir?
Auch, alles gut.
Vielen Dank.
Ja, gerne.
Wow.
Das macht schick.
Man, I'm excited to ride this thing. I had one of these. This is my one. I'm stoked. Very, very cool. Thank you, Andy. You rock. So I got home, I was real tired, got some sleep, got up the next morning and started building, but I must admit I was a little bit frustrated. I don't know why. If you follow IFHT films, you'll know that one of the ways to be a mountain biker is to put stickers on everything. So the first thing was a sticker on the frame. And then I just went ahead and started stripping the bike down, correcting some of the things that the previous builder hadn't done, like putting grease on the axles and stuff like that. And just getting everything stripped down so that I could basically build the bike over with the bits that I wanted to put on. Oops. Ever since they've become available, I've had the 1UP Components EDC, or Everyday Carry Tool, on my bike. I've had it on the Hey, I've had it on my Enduro bike, I've had it on my e-bike. It's just awesome because you don't have to carry an extra tool around. But you do have to pull the star nut out of your fork and thread the stereo tube so that the special head cap fits on the top of your stereo tube so the tool can fit inside that. Loads of extra grease on the headset so that the bike will survive the winter. I'm not quite sure why Kona specs the bike with a sealed bearing at the bottom and then a loose cage bearing at the top. I guess it's a cost thing. And then on with my K-Edge Garmin mount, which works really well, and the adapted top cap for the EDC tool. My oldest riding buddy, Matt, not that he's old, just that we've known each other for a really long time, convinced me that I should put on a riser bar, or a big rise bar, and I put on the Next Rally R with a 35mm rise. We'll see how that goes. At this point I would have rather been building my new bits on than having to build the old bits across, but unfortunately the app from Shimano doesn't work at the moment, so I'm having to put the SRAM brakes and the SRAM drivetrain on instead of putting on my Di2 drivetrain and my XT trail brakes. ODI Ruffians replaced the standard Kona key grips Not that the key grips are bad, but I tend to rip them to pieces in my grubby paws, so the ruffians last a little bit longer. The standard tubes came out and the tubeless kit went in. This bike comes basically ready to be tubeless. The rims are ready, you just have to put the valves in, and then you're ready to go. A little bit of sealant, pump up the tires, and you're good. You might wonder what that plastic thing behind the cassette is for. I once heard from an industry insider that it's basically because bike shops don't always set up gears that well, and what happens is the chain ends up in the spokes, so I chucked it away. Marsh guard to keep the mud out of my face and to keep that lower headset bearing clean. The chain was a smidge too long, so I took out a link and got that sorted out. Once that was done, shifting was perfect. Finally I swapped those jack shit pedals that came with the bike for my mallet ease. Stuck the bike on charge, and it was ready to go. I gotta catch my breath again. Oh, yeah, this video didn't quite go as planned. I'm hoping that next week is a little bit less hectic and less admin. This week has had a lot of admin stuff and things like that, and spending the whole of Tuesday driving almost to Stuttgart and back, like 11 hours on the road, just meant that the video didn't turn out the way I'd wanted it to be. There was supposed to be a lot more riding and a lot less of the other stuff that's in the video. I'm out here on the Kona Remote 160. It's awesome. Thanks again to Andy for organizing this deal for me. So you've seen the upgrade so far. If there's anything in the video that you disagree with, agree with, liked, whatever, drop a comment down below. That'd be cool. It'd be good to hear from you. Until next time, stay healthy and safe, and cheers. As I said, it's been a rough week. Ouch, that hurt. P.S. I'm fully aware that if your helmet matches your jersey, matches your pants, matches your bike, you might be a Power Ranger, not a cyclist.